Okay, it's past midnight right now. It's actually 00:19. I, I don't know why. I thought just came up. Oh my god. Just told them I had to go and look up my kid. So, welcome back if it's your first time, and welcome welcome back if you're returning, and welcome if it's your first time. So a thought came up, just popped out. I thought about ranting about my ex-husband doing this, doing that. He did this, he did that. When you have been under a narcissistic abuse for a long time, it just sticks in your mind. And it's hard to let go sometimes, because it's a habit that you have formed on your own within the years, or within that period of time you were under narcissistic abuse. So I could rant on and on and on again about what has been done, what has been said, and what made me angry, or if I was amused or anything like that. But at the same time, I have to ask myself, is it worth it? Anybody can rant on and on about what somebody else is doing to them unfairly, but is it worth your breath? Is it worth your time? Is it worth your moments when you could do something better, or you could focus on something better than focusing on that negative thing? Is it worth it? Is it helping you out? If it's a reflection and you're using it to heal yourself, like for example, you are under therapy and there's a therapist before you, and you are reflecting it, and you are releasing what you have had bottled up in yourself for a long period of time, it's worth it. But it's not worth it if it ends up being like a free rent kind of a thing in your mind all the time. Because what you think is what you leave. What you think is what you get. So just imagine 100% you're always thinking of that. So that, what does that mean? It means you will just get that. That's all that you will get. But imagine if you were to be thinking of other things that you want. Think of the things that you want, not the things that you don't want. When you think of the things that you don't want, you get more of them. But when you think of the things that you want, you get even more of that. And because the more you think of the things that you want, the more you feel good. And feeling good is the key to having your wishes come true. And that's what we call manifestation. Because if you're not feeling good in any way, there's no way you can manifest anything. You can manifest something, but it's not going to be anything which will make you happy. It will only be something with a low vibration kind of a thing, and you will not be happy. So it's best to always think in a positive way. It's not easy. It's not easy, especially if you have made it a habit to always rattle around in your mind about all the people who have been unfair to you or who have mistreated you in some way. But it's also not fair for you to. Is it fair that they go on with their lives happily, not even caring what you are thinking or feeling, and you are here having them in your mind, and they live in your mind rent-free, and you still end up being stuck, and you're neither moving forward, neither moving back. So it's not worth it. And that's just what I was guided to think a moment ago, because there was a time during those the first years in my marriage, and I had a problem with my mother-in-law, and she was always living in my mind rent-free each and every day. So can you imagine how it has been? I've been married for about 13 years, and each and every day, count that out, 13 times 360 days. She has been on my mind each and every day, and especially early in the morning. And that was all that I was getting, because what I was thinking is what I was getting. I was always angry about what had been done, what had been said, and all the unfairness and everything. And that just kept on piling up until it became a mountain. And one day I just woke up looking out my window, and I was like, no, it's enough right now. And it's even too late, that I'm even late in saying enough is enough, because I had delayed it for a long time. I was already aware of it even from the first day, but I was just overlooking things. And I allowed things to move on the way they did, because I did not do what was supposed to be right, and that is walk away a long time ago. But I just kept delaying it more and more. And that is just because I always hold hope for people, for anyone. And that is one of my older characters, one of my personality traits of my self, because I believe in good of everyone. I believe everyone can be good, and everyone needs to be given a chance. But it was obvious from the beginning, and if something is obvious from beginning, you don't delay it. You do not delay it. If you are aware about anything which is toxic from beginning, do not sit there and wait for it to change, because you know it will not change. You know I am right? You know that it won't change. And sitting there is just because you are just used to be in your comfort zone. And probably the reason why you kept it going is because you also had a toxic person in your life. And that's the reason why it went on. And it's because you've always been afraid of the reaction you are going to get from other people. And you are not putting yourself as first. You always put other people first, because that is all that you knew all your life. You were made to think that you were supposed to always put other people first instead of yourself. And that's not the right thing, because you already know the right thing. Your higher self, or let me say your pure soul, knows that you have to put yourself first in anything that you do. You matter a lot. And if you can give importance to other people, you can also give importance to yourself. And I believe on the day of judgment that you will be asked about this. You were given a chance to give importance to yourself. Why didn't you do that? And that will be asked. And what kind of an answer will you have? That I had a mindset inflicted in me to just treat others better than how I treated myself. That self of yours is going to report you to the Most High, and you will be found guilty for it. You have to be more compassionate with yourself. You have to be more gentle with yourself. But by choosing others in front of yourself, you're not being gentle with yourself. You're just being unfair to yourself. And that's not helping out in any way. And you will always be miserable. No matter how much money you make, no matter how many places you go, no matter how many people you meet and make friends with, or rather you think you are making friends with, but you are actually not. You are not making friends. You're just creating a profile or grandiose for everyone to see, but within you, you are dying slowly each and every day. And that's just because you are afraid of what other people are going to say. What are you going to say? What is the real you going to say about you for all that you have done to yourself? And that is the question you should ask yourself. Is yourself satisfied with how you are treating yourself? Never settle for anything less which makes you unhappy. Never. Because the minute you do that, you have just killed yourself. And you have just surrendered yourself to a long-term kind of unhappiness that you will never get free of unless and otherwise you start saying no to injustice. You have to say no. So I hope this helps somebody, and I hope I'm guided to give this out. I don't know who this is for, but I'm guided to give this so that somebody is awakened about what they are doing right now to themselves. They have to be discernful about what they are doing. They might think they are very clever and intelligent in whatever they are doing, but they are only killing themselves. And as I say these days, 1414 coming up. And that's a confirmation. Don't kill yourself when you have a chance to live. Anyway, till next time, I hope everyone does the right thing for themselves. Choose you, not in a selfish way, but in the right way, in the way that you are meant to be living. And God bless all of you.